The video presented was produced in 1997 by the Environmental Health Administration, Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs. Since then, the Environmental Health Administration's functions have moved to the new District Department of the Environment, DDOE. The information provided in the video on how we can protect our rivers and streams from pollution is still valid today. However, participants in the video may have changed employment.
Hey, what are you about to do with that bag?
I'm about to throw it in the sewer. Why? What's wrong? Joe, what was that?
Probably the storm drain. Think of all that trash people keep throwing into it.
It's a sewer. What's wrong with throwing trash in the sewer? That's what it's for.
It's a storm drain, not a trash can. It's there to carry off rainwater and other runoff water from our homes and businesses into streams and rivers. It is not meant for trash of any type. No trash and no chemicals.
Man, she's right. This storm drain leads down to some creek, which will flow either to the Anacostia River or the Potomac. But if you put that trash in the storm drain, man, you polluting our rivers and our Chesapeake Bay.
And that means murky water for boating, fewer crabs, less clean fish.
Okay, I get the point. I mean, I might be a city boy and everything, but I still love fishing and canoeing.
And eating crabs.
Yo, let's just start spreading the word that this is a storm drain and not a trash can.
Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, is a great city to live and work in. We have so many diverse lifestyles and cultures. We also have so much outdoor recreation and fun available to us because we have two major rivers and many streams and creeks. The Anacostia and Potomac rivers help make Washington, D.C. a special place. The Anacostia River flows through Washington, D.C. It's one of 50 major rivers feeding into the Chesapeake Bay. Inside Washington, 8 streams drain into the Anacostia: Hickey Run, Hope's Branch, Watts Branch, Fort DuPont, Fort Davis, Fort Chaplin, Fort Stanton, and Nash Run.
Like any other city, Washington, D.C. has plenty of pavement, sidewalks, streets, parking lots, and rooftops that prevent rainwater from being absorbed into the ground and creates what we call runoff water. That's why we have storm drains, to channel runoff water into natural waterways like streams, creeks, and rivers. The problem comes in, however, when the chemicals that we leave on the ground are picked up by runoff water. All that pollution goes straight into the rivers and streams, making them dirty and unhealthy for all living things. This pollution from the street is called non-point source pollution.
I'm in Kenilworth Park along Watts Branch, a tributary of the Anacostia River. Watts Branch drains a large section of northeast Washington and flows into the Anacostia River approximately a half-mile downstream of where we are right now. This storm drain here takes whatever we put on the city streets, the grease, the motor oil, chemicals, pesticides that we use on our lawns perhaps, and they enter our nation's waters right through this route here. Even unnatural accumulations of leaves and other yard waste from our homes clog and pollute streams. Fish and other aquatic organisms can't live in polluted streams. Maybe a stream like Watts Branch is near your home. You know, living in the city, it's easy to forget that we're still connected to our environment, and it's everyone's personal responsibility to care.
DC residents play an important part in helping government clean up the Anacostia. Each citizen has a responsibility to stay connected and help keep our waterways clean. Let's look at what we can do to help reduce non-point source pollution in our waterways.
Hi, Janita.
Hi, Sheila.
I see you're doing some yard work today.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that's willing to take responsibility for living near a river or a stream. That's why I moved here.
That's great. You know, if you're going to live by a river or stream, the first thing you have to do is control the water running off your yard. You know, that water can carry herbicides and fertilizers to your local storm drain or a nearby stream.
That includes dogs coming through and doing business on the yard. I'm out here raking, but I also bag or I'll compost my leaves.
You know, you should do that. Leaves can clog storm drains. Also, leaves in your local stream prevent light from getting through to it.
Good point.
Can I help you here?
Sure. Get the bag.
Another way you can help the Anacostia River is through proper landscaping to reduce erosion by keeping rainwater on your property but away from your home. Trees, shrubs, and especially ground cover encourage excess water to be absorbed into the ground instead of running off your property into a storm drain or a nearby stream. In landscaping, choose plants based upon the amount of light, moisture, and nutrients found in your yard. A professional nursery or your local extension agent can help you select plants that are appropriate for your growing conditions in your neighborhood.
Honey, can you please come into the kitchen for me?
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, what's up?
Can you do me a favor and take this garbage out for me? It really stinks in here, and I'm trying to cook some dinner for us.
My hands are full. I'll do it later. Besides, you know I gotta change the oil and the filter for that long ride down to the Chesapeake Bay for some fishing and a romantic interlude.
Honey, you are such a romantic, but I need to know something. Where are you gonna put all this old used oil once you're finished?
Down the drain like I normally do.
I hope you're not gonna put it down the drain upstairs.
No, outside, down the street, in the sewer, just like clockwork.
Hold up, baby. You mean you're telling me you're taking me to the Chesapeake Bay?
Right.
We're gonna go fishing, have a romantic interlude, and you're gonna put that old used oil down the drain that leads eventually to the Chesapeake Bay? Come on, baby, think about it.
People don't stop to think where a storm drain goes. It may begin in your backyard, but it ends up in your neighborhood stream. A lot of plants and animals suffer each time we use a storm drain to pour down unwanted chemicals. For example, the only safe way to dispose of used motor oil is to pour it into a sturdy plastic container. It's only then a small inconvenience to take it to a filling station or your neighborhood recycling center.
And take care of the fluid leaks in your car. Check your gaskets and your seals. Remember, spots in your driveway, like this one, wash off when it rains into a storm drain. 1 quart of oil can contaminate 2 million gallons of water. And that the oil from your car, that's 4 to 6 quarts, can produce an oil slick covering 8 acres. Household chemicals and products that we use every day also threaten our waterways. The job to keep our water clean is both inside and outside. Read the labels on all household products. Use them sparingly and only as directed. You can buy products that are environmentally friendly.
The Anacostia River was once known for the rich and diverse forms of life in its marshes and clean waters and along its shores. Fish and waterfowl dominated the river, making it a wonderful source of food and recreation until the early part of the 1900s. Things began to change then. More land was needed for crops. Timber was needed for construction. The land around the river changed from forest to farmland to suburban, and finally urbanization as our city grew. We made mistakes with poor soil management and the tremendous increase of trash and pollutants in the river, creating unhealthy conditions within the entire Anacostia Basin.
Monthly trash collection will average around 60 to 70 tons. On a weekly basis, we usually collect 2 to 4 roll-offs, which each roll-off will equal to about 10 tons of trash. We collect just about everything you could think of, from dead animals to tires, refrigerators, safes. Just about anything you could think of that's usable or disposable is in the river.
Enforcement of anti-dumping laws is the responsibility of the Department of Public Works. We cannot patrol every neighborhood or every park. We encourage citizens to get involved and patrol their neighborhood and report those violations immediately to the Department of Public Works. Remember, it's a crime for dumping. It can range from $35 to $2,000. There's also a major fine of $5,000 for dumping huge amounts of trash.
Dealing with people who dump trash is one of the biggest problems we have in our efforts to have a clean environment. Some neighborhoods help combat dumping by organizing neighborhood watches and cleanup days. Dumping is a crime that affects everyone.
One of the things that we do is we have community cleanups like what we're having out here today. And it's a chance for people in our community to come together and also get help from other groups such as AmeriCorps and Public Allies who are out here today. And another thing that I found helpful was just hang a bag outside. Sometimes people don't know where to put their trash if they wanted to throw it away, and there aren't a lot of bags out here. And another thing that's really helpful is that the children can have somewhere to play, and you can see it out in the park today. The children are playing as we clean it up.
The best thing any of us can do to prevent illegal dumping in our neighborhoods is to become actively involved and organized. Get your civic association or neighborhood club to make illegal dumping an ongoing neighborhood concern. If your neighborhood is not already organized, talk to your neighbors to persuade them to form a group. Make children a part of any activities held to keep our city and its waterways clean. It costs billions to restore a river, but far less to educate a generation. A boat ride is one of the best ways to teach children to be responsible for our waterways.
We take out school groups during the week. We take them out on the Potomac and the Anacostia River, and we talk to them about the issues with the river, what's going on with the river, how we affect the river, and how the river affects us. And then we sometimes we do a lot of different activities on the water. We do some fishing, and we really get a good look at what's going on in the river, what kind of life is in the river.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's leaving. Watch out, that big one.
We enjoy nature and outdoor activities in Washington, D.C. We can live in such a way that our daily habits are in harmony with our environment. It's up to each of us to really work hard at not polluting our rivers and streams so that we can have a safe, clean, and healthy environment.
If you'd like more information on how you can help, please call the Watershed Protection Division at DDOE at 202-535-2240 or visit DDOE's website at ddoe.dc.gov.